I can still remember about a quarter of a lifetime ago, I was so jealous of my mom because she would always get the big rocket in Tetris. And I would have to be really, really lucky to even get the small one. Well, anyway. I don't even know why I'm telling you this. This is about the ODROID-GO. By the way, before I start, the delivery, I'm living in Europe, and I think the delivery was, I think it wasn't even a week. So yeah, pretty fast. I think it's in a good condition. So yeah, the shipping was all good. So let's take a look inside. Of course, we have some whatchamacallit in English. Excuse me. Okay, sorry. So what do we have here? USB cable. Standard. Well, this is the main thing, basically. The circuit board with all the good stuff on it. Oh, hello, kitty cat. Do you want to help me? What is this? I don't know. I think I'm just going to dig for an for some manual of some kind, which I think is not going to be in here, and you probably have to look that up in the internet. So we've got the battery here, the housing, and and the buttons and all that stuff. Everything neatly packed into extra zippy bags. Then we've got some, well, that's for probably going to be for the battery, and of course connectors. Let me set that aside. I guess we'll take a look at the housing first. Don't even know how to put this together. Maybe it's intuitive enough so that I don't even need a manual, but we'll see. Well, these are the buttons. We've got A and B, the D-pad, and I think that would be the on-off button. It's like rubber paddings that are probably going to be below this thing. Here we've got the housing with some tiny screws, and yeah, let me quickly look up a guide, I suppose, before anything goes wrong here. Okay, that wasn't too difficult. I think I've got everything I need here. I'm also going to put a link down into the description, of course, so you can have quick access to that as well. So build instructions. I'm just going to go through this thing. Maybe I can put all of the instructions in a list here at the Okay, moving on. Let's see here. First step, the LCD window. This would be this. First, in order to protect LCD screen, you have to place the enclosed plastic screen cover on the front enclosure. Please completely remove the sticker on the back of the screen cover and carefully place it on the front. First have to pull this off here in the middle, but in the end I have to pull off everything, so I think I can just pull here. Oh no, okay. Well, this is sticky on the outside, so that's going to be placed here, so I guess it's a good idea to get the thing in the middle off first. Okay, I think, yeah, that's supposed to come off. So we've got this, then take this off, and this is going to be sticky, so I have to place this here inside the window. Oh, it's going to be a tight fit, which is probably a good thing, because this way it doesn't look like crooked and, you know, I don't know the words. I'm not from your country. Okay, so I guess this is first step complete. That was the LCD window. Now we come to the LCD screen. Yeah, I guess this would be the screen. So how do I get to Maggie? Okay, LCD screen. Yeah, we need this turned around. We're just going to put in, or we're going to remove this and carefully place it here. Well, maybe I can leave it on just for, nah. If I remove it after, I want to remove it. Blah. If I want to remove it afterwards, I have to shut the fuck up. Meow. Meow. Okay, so I guess I have to carefully remove this. Hopefully, nothing. Sit. Okay, so I suppose I have to remove this and then just carefully place it here without touching anything. Press it down carefully so it doesn't get damaged. Doesn't feel really good. Okay, I think it's these plastic thingies where it now sits in, basically, so I guess that went well. So next we have to play buttons. Place the buttons in front of the enclosure. You need to cut and remove the plastic buttons from blah 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 blah. I think this should be self-explanatory. Come on. Come on. Get out. Plastic newbies. Here are the hard plastic ones. I'm just going to turn them till they pop out. Rectangular shaped black buttons. D-pad. These tiny little, pointy thingies on the outside of the circle. They only fit into one of the things, so you don't even have to be a total idiot like me, and you will still get it done the right way. Awesome. Idiot proof. Good thing. On top of that, we have these things, these small little knobbies here that you can just put this on, and then we've got this right here, also idiot proof. One small hole, one big hole. Next step is the main board. Please carefully put the ODROID-GO board in the front enclosure and connect the LCD cable to the board. You have to fully insert the LCD FPC cable into the connector, otherwise the display will not work. From time to time, the white line of FPC has to reach very close to the connector locker. After the LCD screen cable has been firmly connected, you can fasten the mainboard with the screws. 4 times screws enclosed. So here we've got the on-off key, so it's all quite self-explanatory. There you have to basically the holes that you have to align so everything is okay. This small thing here, not really. Oh, you can, okay, that's what I suspected. Just have to kind of push it in here, and then you can pull this thing here to the left side. That's not working right now. Down to kind of fasten everything. Tiny screws. Meow. Meow. Which here? Got one. Right here. Right there. And down here. Don't tighten the bolts all the way yet. Just screw all of them in a little. Probably not going to have to be too tight. Just stop when it wants to stop. Listen to the machine. To feel the machine. You have to be one with the machine. You have to be cat with the machine. Okay. So the next step, you also need to connect the battery pack and the speaker module to the ODROID-GO board. Oh yeah, that's probably going to be the speaker. Battery and speaker are clearly labeled, so it shouldn't be too difficult to plug those things in. Doesn't really go in, so I'm kind of assuming it's the wrong way. Yeah, this works better. So this is, whoops, can't see anything. Okay, so maybe put this in a little circular arrangement. Dr. Circular. The next thing is the power key, but I've already got that in there. That wasn't all that difficult. Just close the thing up. Oh, here we've got the micro SD card slot where you can put all your games, USB, just some pins for Arduino stuff, for example, I2C communication, things like that. The on-off button, of course. All the holes are filled. Maybe that's just an extra in case you lose one. I don't know. But I'm still also not sure about this thing. Or maybe it's just... but then I don't understand why we don't get this for the A-B buttons as well. If it's supposed to be kind of a replacement if the first one wears out. Well, let me quickly take a look into what's supposed to be in the package. Well, here's an image with only one of each, so maybe I just got this one extra. Well, I don't know. Okay, that's it, I think. Testing before playing. You can turn the device on or off with the power switch on the right side of the ORDOID-GO. Please softly set it here. Look. Buttons feel a little bit wobbly, to be honest, but all in all, feels okay. Yeah, let's turn it on. I suppose that means that I need a memory card. Well, I've got a micro SD card here, so I'm quickly going to put this in and see what happens. We can get it out. As you can see, it's really not difficult to put this thing together. So if you have heard about it and you're wondering if you should buy it, or if maybe you're afraid that you might break something, this is very idiot proof, very easy to put together. I think you can have a lot of fun with this. So yeah, let me just slide in the micro SD card. Yeah, the pins are down there, so this should be the right direction. Yeah, let me see if I can just plug this my PC using this. This? No, this. Okay, now it's in. It's got a little red LED here indicating things. Can I do something with this if I turn it on? Well, it doesn't appear on my PC.
Okay, so basically all you have to do is plug in your micro SD card to your computer. I don't think it works using the ODROID-GO. At least the SD card didn't show up before. But I'm not sure about that. But what definitely works is if you just put it into an SD card reader into your laptop. It should also work, for example, if you just put it in your phone and access the SD card that way. Yeah, but I'll try to get some information whether it was just my fault, the USB cable not working, or whether that's not a feature that exists. Maybe it's just for loading the thing. Could be. Anyway, so you put in your SD card. Mine is empty. The prerequisite for this whole thing to work is that it's formatted in FAT32, and also I read somewhere on the ORDOID webpage that it has to be at least 8 gigabytes for some reason. I don't know why. But anyway, what you want to do to get this thing working is to go to the website, and I'm also, like I said before, I'm going to link all of this stuff in the description below. You just go here, download this skeleton file, which I've already done. It's this zip file, and I also got NES ROM just to try this thing out immediately. So what you then do is just well, I'm going to unpack both right here. Okay, so from the SD card you get an ODROID and a ROMs folder, and you're just going to put that into your SD card, just in top level directory of your SD card. Very easy. And yeah, in the ODROID folder there's basically just the software to get this get the emulator going basically, and then in the ROMs folder you're just going to put all of the games you have basically. So you have different folders for the different emulators: GameBoy, GameBoy Color, Sega Game Gear, NES, and Sega Master thingy. And since I have the Legend of Zelda game, the very first one for the NES, where did it go? Here, that's the ROM. You can just put it into the NES folder. And one important thing is that the extension of your ROM has to be, maybe that's a standard, I don't know, but it has to be in the same, has to have the same name as the ROM folder name basically. So right here, that's all fine. I've got the Legend of Zelda in here, and there's nothing else to it. That's it. You can now just remove your SD card from your computer and plug it back into your ODROID-GO, and now it should be working.
Okay, so now that I've copied all the relevant files and the game onto the thing, yeah, if I start it up, looks like this. Just press A and see a list of all of the installed games. I have just one, so let's try it out. Well, that looks good, I suppose. Seems to work fine. Well, this is totally awesome. Yeah, that's the ODROID-GO. And finally, what do you think about this thing? Do you think it's cool? Do you want one? Do you have one? Let me know about your experiences with the ODROID-GO in the comments below. And thank you for watching.